Hello and welcome back, or welcome to the Let's Talk Smack podcast. I'm your host, Ewwychris, and this is the first episode of season 2. Absolutely wild. Look, it's honestly been such a long time coming because literally I can't tell you exactly the exact date as to when I actually stopped doing this. But shit's starting back up. Girl, fuel prices are going up, which means I'm staying at home more, which means more content from me. Oh my god, how exciting. I know some of you don't like this, but here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Um and let I'm just gonna address it. Just gonna address it. I've gotten some complaints recently that I'm not doing this, that I stopped, and to those people who complained to me, I'm so sorry. I hope you can forgive me, and I hope you are watching this right now or listening to me. That really means a lot, and I would love your input, Dara. Anyway, so got whole new setup. It's on my bed. Yes, I'll be filming it on my bed from now on. Um, just because I feel like last season, I feel like there was a lot of chopping and changing. Like it went from my desk to my bed to my car to if you're watching this on YouTube, from those cubes facing this way, from that side facing this way, and it was just a whole lot. It was randomness. It was so random, and there wasn't a cohesive image for season 1. And I feel like I am a completely different person from who I was when I was 18 starting this. I'm now 20, and probably got a little bit of the same mindset, but at the end of the day, yeah, I feel like as a person, I've also grown a lot more as well, and like I've experienced a lot more. Um, I also have no idea what I said. Um, cannot tell you. Also, did not want to go back through watching it all and having to be like, oh no, this episode was shit. I'm getting rid of it. So I just completely got rid of everything, and I'm starting fresh. Fresh, 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 fresh. Um, New season, new me. We're rebranding. Hashtag bedroom. Hashtag meet me in my bedroom. Hashtag let's talk shit. So let's catch up, shall we? So, what has happened? Oh my god. So, last year, starting from about January ish until about July, August ish, I went on a club hiatus. And the reason for that was Donald Trump got elected into office. And I was definitely scared of facing a lot of homophobia, if I'm being completely honest. I was so scared, and I don't think I was mentally prepared to go into a space where I could be targeted. So I just saved myself from that, which was great. Um, and like headlines were like talking about the homophobia as well, and it was so rampant. It was so crazy. And literally, I kid you not, as I was starting to get ready to go back to the clubs, as I was starting to mentally prepare myself, I got jury duty. And then during the jury duty process, I got selected as a juror, and the case was a sexual assault case on two men. So, and it happened basically at the clubbish area, club scene happened around that. So that literally terrified me of going back to the clubs. And I was like, no, we're not doing this. Like, I'm not prepared to do this. Like, I'm so scared. Like, what happens if that happens to me? Like, I don't know what will happen. So I just stopped. And then, yeah, I went back to the clubs eventually. And I haven't stopped since. Now have I? No. Um, you know what? At least I'm not in debt. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. And a lot has happened since I've last spoken to you guys. Um, if you, oh, so during I think a couple or at least one of my episodes, my baby girl Holly, she was a beautiful golden retriever. Um, we I say we, as in like my family and I, we got her when we were in the UK, and then her sister Chucky, because she was a chocolate Labrador, we brought them both over to Australia when we moved here. And as some or a lot of you guys know, Chucky did pass away in 2023, and Holly kept going up until I'm gonna say 2024 when she started deteriorating. Like, she was still there, like, she still had her appetite, but like, her legs just weren't, like, her mobility had worsened, and that's typical with old age, you know. Um, but as 2025 started, it just started getting progressively worse, and as a family, we decided to put her down um, in April, around the middle of April, and that was very hard on me. Like mentally, I did go through, I think, a really bad mental episode. Like I was very depressed. I felt like I was going through like maybe a psychotic episode. I don't know. And it's mostly a blur to me, if I'm being completely honest. Like some of the stuff that has did happen during that incident, I kind of remember, but other parts I don't. Like the I was posting on Instagram and like on TikTok, like girl, I went into full blown mania. Like it was absolutely insane. Did I go see my psychologist again? No. And I feel like we should talk about that. My psychologist, right? Have not seen him since probably when I was at school. High key, don't want to spend like $200 a session on a session. And I feel like I didn't really connect well with the psychologist that I did have either. I don't know. I just feel like I couldn't properly have like a good conversation with them whatsoever. But I found that by writing, I'm able to express my emotions a lot more through that, and it's allowed me to cope as well. So I've been doing that, and doing exercises as well has helped. I have heaps of books. I don't read them, so I don't know if they work, but it's just allowed me to process these feelings, emotions, and situations a lot easier, I reckon, and it's a lot more cost effective as well for me and my budget. Which also means that I can spend more money on looking fab as fuck and buying Juicy Couture bags. So, womp womp. Um, oh. So, I don't know if we know this, guys, but I am actually studying nursing. Wow. So, I'm actually quite excited about that. There is a plan for it. Like, I'm currently studying a diploma right now, which will, if I pass, it will allow me to be an enrolled nurse. And the difference between an RN and an EN is just the scope of practice, basically. They're basically the same. It's just that ENs have a smaller scope of practice than RNs, yada yada yada. But I will be looking into studying for my bachelor's, which would allow me to become an RN as well. Because I want to become a cosmetic nurse, but I also still want to be um an RN who works in a hospital. That way I can still maintain these clinical skills that I have spent ages learning, you know. Um but I have completed two placements, one in aged care, which I didn't really like purely because I it was kind of a shock to me. Um because like I knew about the types of people and the chronic health conditions that these people had, but I didn't expect it to be so in your face. And that definitely took me aback. And what also didn't really help is that I felt like I didn't really have like a good support system with the staff there. However, the facilitator and the students as well who were there were amazing. And I'm not trying to say that all the staff members that were there were horrible. I'm saying that majority of them were. But some of them were very kind-hearted. They cared a lot and they were actually encouraging, and that actually made me feel better about what I was doing. And being allowed to do that made me feel good. Um, like, um, sometimes some of the AINs would just make me make beds, which is cool. Like, I need to learn that. But it just got to a point where like I wasn't doing anything else. Like I couldn't do anything else because I needed to get signed off on skills. And I just wasn't able to get signed off on them until I actually like had to be like, hey, I actually need to get some stuff signed off. And can you actually do this for me? And they're like they seem to have like an issue kind of with it. And it's just like, girl, do not, please do not. Like I'm just here for 3 weeks. I had to deal with that for 3 weeks. It was torture. I dreaded waking up so early to go to that place. Um, and yeah. Um, my second placement was at a hospital. Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed my experience at the hospital, which you may be surprising, because it was in an oncology ward, and now I feel like there is a misconception when it comes to an oncology ward. Like you just think it's, like end of life care, like palliative care and like cancer and stuff like that. When in actuality, like yes, it kind of was, but it was also just, I don't know how to explain it, but there was just something else to it. And obviously I have a lot of empathy as well, but I feel like my skills definitely, I became a lot more confident within myself and also gained a lot more confidence when it came to talking with patients as well and communicating effectively with patients as well and developing that rapport. And that was that it and having such an amazing group of nurses who supported me, gave me confidence, gave me support, that really made that hospital placement so much more enjoyable. And I genuinely woke up and I was like, yes, I get to go back to the hospital. But when placement was over, I did start getting really sad because I was like, fuck, I'm now gonna have to go back to my job. And I'm like, guys, I don't want to work there. Like I want to work in a hospital. Like I want to. And I have definitely considered working in an oncology ward after that whole thing. I'm like, I didn't expect that because I was kind of dreading it because I felt like I was going to be sad with everything that was going on, but I genuinely felt great. Like I felt really good about myself, which I feel like that's what placement should be about. That should be what it should be all about. Um, and the staff at the oncology ward, I could not be any more grateful and appreciative than I have been with this entire experience. Like, I learned so much, I was able to do so much, and I just had this amazing group of nurses who were the best people ever. They were literally the kindest people I have ever met, and genuinely, I want to go back. um, okay. Okay, guys. Okay. Now I crossed this off, but it says gym. So I think I started writing this back in 2025, gym, because that's when I started. Oh, maybe I don't know. I did start going back to the gym, right? It did not even last a week. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I went to the gym for maybe like max 2 or 3 days, and then I stopped. I've still got my frozen berries in the freezer, and I've still got almond milk in the cupboard, unopened, untouched, and protein powder as well. Will I go back to the gym? Maybe. Like, I kind of like cardio. Like, strutting my on a treadmill actually made me feel powerful. Like, I felt like a boss. And no one could take that away from me. Who would take that away from me, you know? Um, Now, I want to talk about this conversation that I had with my brother. So, it's no secret that I am a man. Oh my god. So, yes, I am a man. And I grow facial hair. And apparently my facial hair is quite thick. Like, it's not patchy. It's definitely not patchy, let me tell you. But it grows in quite thick as well. And sometimes the hair can be, like, the strands itself can be thick as well. And apparently that may lead to me maybe developing male pattern baldness. So I remember talking with my brother at a British fish and chip shop. Um, and he was talking about how, like, maybe I might start developing hair loss. And I was like, if I do, I would either get a toupee or fly to Turkey and get a hair transplant. Like, hair on head. Like, we're not going bald. Bald is not in. Bald is not in for a 20-year-old, okay? But bald is not in, okay? I remember when I shaved my head, it did not look good. Go bald. That is not an option. That is out the picture. Oh. And the reason why I say toupee, I have seen this guy who got a toupee, and he's so hot, actually. I'll admit this. He's hot. And also, he's gay. And I knew that there was something about him. There was something about him. And I was like, there's something about this man. Yep, he's a homosexual. I was going to say raging homosexual, but I don't know him like that. So I can't really tell you. Um, And let me tell you, I feel like my gaydar kind of pops. It pops off at the moment. Sometimes. Um, does everybody know McKenna? McKenna the influencer? Dating, I think it's Dominic. Yeah, I called that bitch out. Like, I didn't call him out. But I remember having this conversation with a friend, and I was like, I feel like he's gay. Like, I feel like he's gay. I'm talking about McKenna here, right? If you guys don't know him, I think he's so fine, so fit. I mean, they both are so fit. Um, and yeah, I knew that he was a homosexual, and then he's come out dating a man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, so let's talk about it. Content creating. Now, it's no secret now that I'm creating content. Oh my god, there's hair stuck in my microphone. Um, yes, I'm gonna be starting to content create. Which maybe means that I might be doing some vlogs. So if you guys wanna see what I do sometimes, every now and then, I'll put it up. I feel like you can definitely tell who your true friends are when it comes to you posting content, and also uh when it comes to the content that you put out and stuff like that. I remember back in 2024 when I was posting my podcast, and I kid you not, I did have a couple friends who would ask me to comment and post on the stuff that they put out and stuff like that, but they wouldn't do the same for me, which was very crazy because it's just like, you've admitted that you've watched my podcast, you've also seen my posts, seen my stories, you have not liked any of it, and you're expecting me to like and comment, which, like, I know this seems like, oh my god, guys, but it's like, at the end of the day, yeah, if you're expecting someone to do something for you, I feel like you have to do it in return. Like I feel like that's just respect. That's what people that's kind of what you do. Like, please tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like at the end of the day, if you're literally asking someone to literally like and comment and you don't do the same and you're admitted to like seeing their posts and stuff like that, I feel like that's kind of a barbaric kind of concept to me. Like you wouldn't do the same for me, and it's like, okay, I would not trust you with my life. And I remember when I was doing my podcast as well, I was somehow like really drained and stuff like that, and I don't know why. It's very absurd, and but I think I was just really depressed as well, which did not help. Mentally, I don't think I was in a right position to be fucking judging every single person on the fucking earth. Um, when literally I could not take care of myself. Still can't, but we're getting there. Um, Also, I know it's been a while, 'cause it's been like probably over 2 months, but shit, cut my hair and everything. I need to get it cut again actually, because it's getting quite long. Like you can grab onto it and pull it. Um, but it was kind of like mod cut, kind of inspired, not like the in betweeners, kind of like Jay, or whatever his name is, where it's like fucking micro bangs. Anyway, as I was saying was, um, yeah, I got like a mod cut because a lot of my hair was damaged from the bleaching that I did. And I don't know if you knew this, but at the start of 2025, I had this hair that was platinum blonde that I dyed red and then brown. So it was kind of like a dark color. So I was like stripping it, bleaching it, yada yada yada. My hair was so frail and it was so prone to breakage. I was like, cut it all off. So that's what I did. I might go back to the long hair eventually, but at this current point, I will be sticking with the short hair. When will I get my hair cut again? God knows. I don't know. When I can't be bothered to. There's no time frame on this. It happens when it happens. Um, and also I grew up my hair so long as well, and I did not cut it whatsoever. And literally, I'm not surprised that there was so many dead ends when literally I was barely taking care of it properly. So this time around, I will be kinda as best as I can be taking care of it. Um, for a while, I say a while, but not really. But for a bit, I was using sea salt spray. Apparently, that dries out your scalp, so I will not be using sea salt spray anymore. And oh, I got a new tattoo, guys. My parents don't care. Like, if you guys ask or like think, oh, what does his parents think? My parents don't really care. It is a tramp stamp. It is featured on my Instagram, so you can just find it there. It's also on my TikTok. But yeah, literally, my parents don't care. My dad has like a policy of like, not my body, not my choice. My mom's the same, but I feel like she's more like, oh my god, slay with it, which is very cool. Like, my parents are cool and supportive. Um, I will be getting another tattoo tomorrow though. It's going to be a heart behind my ear. Now, uh, the significant importance of this tattoo is because it's gonna be behind my left ear. Is because when me and my best friend were drunk, she said that I would look really good with a heart behind my ear. So, as one does when they get drunk and remember things, they remember it for a long, long time and go, I I need to get this done, like I need to get it tattooed. I it will just be like an outline of a heart. There will be no color, it will be black. And if I want it to get filled in, I'll get it filled in. But at the moment, I'm not looking to get it filled in. I'm just gonna get an outline of a heart done. That's about it. And I might also get my angel numbers tattooed on my right arm, just above my elbow. I don't know, I just really resonate with the 111 angel numbers because I was, as we all know, I was born on the 11th of October, which, if you're American, it's 11 slash 10, and then you get rid of the zero and it's 111. But there was also a TikTok trend where you plus the numbers of your birth date together, you just ignore the zeros, and it equals 10, and you get rid of the zero and it will be 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So I feel like my birthday is kind of perfect for that. Girl, I don't know what the fuck this is. Like, I wish I was so spiritual with this, but like, genuinely, I'm not. But I definitely see it so often, like 111 or like 1111. Like, I see that a lot. So I really resonate with that. So I'm kind of jealous of those people who are born on the 11th of November, truthfully. But we are, I am who I am. We are who we are. Look, I'm gonna talk about this again, but I have gone out and I was told that when I was in high school, people didn't like me, and it wasn't because I was gay, it was because I was annoying. Now, I am kind of an observant person, and I kind of understand social cues. So, I understood that, and I have talked about that before. But I don't know why this person who went to my school had felt the need to tell me that. Also, kind of rude. But here we are. Now, if there is anyone from school, I am well aware that people from school are watching this. Cool. Clip it. Put it in the group chat. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. The least that you can do is go watch it for yourselves. Increase the views. Don't care. Also, I kind of want to talk about, you know what? I was saving this for later, but um, TikTok profile views. People have told me, is literally confessed to me multiple times that they view my TikToks or have seen my certain posts and stuff like that. And I'm like, why would you tell me that? You've literally kind of admitted to stalking. That's embarrassing. And I hope you are embarrassed. Now, I saw a TikTok about Charlie D'Amelio on how she's been called a Tamagotchi since people have admitted to seeing what she's been up to. Um, which I feel like maybe that's kind of me. Like, I shit you not, the amount of profile views that I get, and I see that it's people from school, and I'm like, fuck, or she's seeing it. And then also, like, the shares that I get, girl, let me tell you. Why are you sharing the videos of me shaking ass? Can you tell me that? That's insane. Sorry, but that's insane. I wrote down that I do this with my fave DL trade that blocked me on my main IG account. Guys, I can't help it. You know when you see like a really pretty man and then they match with you on a dating app and you're like, oh, literally, life is good. And then you guys start having like intimate conversations and start getting freaky. And then he just blocks you out the blue and I'm just like, bye. You know when that happens and then you message his Instagram and then he blocks you on Instagram? Yeah, that happened to me. Don't know if it's happened to you guys, but it's definitely happened to me. Now, I do this with him to see what he's up to. I do feel bad for guys who are in the closet as well, because I feel really bad because I feel like they just don't have that support system that I had, and it's very sad because clearly you are into guys. Clearly, I saw the evidence myself, and you aren't able to express that because of your home life or your friends, whatever. And I do believe that that is actually quite sad, and I do feel really bad for you. But at the end of the day, most of the DL guys hurt me, so can't be backtracking now, guys. Look, if people from school see this, Womp womp. Like, oh my god, you guys are making fun of me again. Guys, don't do that. At least share my stuff somewhere. But look, we graduated in 2023. But it's a rest. But it's a rest. Please. Please. Like, I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun. Trying to I'm trying to do something that isn't just sitting in my room playing video games. Like, this stuff is actually kind of fun to do. And then I kind of got a little too in my head about this all, and then I kind of stopped. I think that might be one of the reasons why, because I was like, kind of like, oh my god, no. I've been getting more vocal about doing this, so that's been quite good. That's kind of all that I really have to say. Life has been less drama filled, I have to admit, but yeah, no, life has been good. Life is getting better, and I can't wait to get back on the grind because I feel like some of you guys have missed me. And I've missed you guys. I don't know how often these episodes will be, but I I'm literally carrying this book with me everywhere where I can write down ideas for episodes. Like, I've got the next one all planned out. I did record it when I had my long hair. However, my fan was going. It was on 2. You could hear it. That's why I've got the microphone. Now, is the audio quality a bit crap? Yes. But at least you're not constantly hearing my fan go round. That's a positive. Like, we don't have the finances to have this massive boom mic, but we do have the finances for this little friend who's sitting on my glasses because apparently that's where the best sound comes from. Apparently not on the shirts, on the glasses. Fantastic, amazing, thank you. So, look, the intro sound is not made with AI. I made it myself. Okay. I really like it. Look, I tried cutting it down. It was initially like 30 or 35 seconds or whatever. I cut it down to 10 and I could not find a way to make it work, so I made it like, I think 20 seconds. Please, 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 please. Let me know your thoughts, please. Also, if you guys want me to do like a questionnaire kind of episode where I'm like answering questions and stuff like that, please let me know. You can literally put comments down in the comments, write questions, whatever. Um, and if you guys want a guest, I know that I did have some guests who were my friends, who are still my friends, on the podcast for season 1, but I don't know if I will be having guests just because it can be a bit difficult sometimes with like timing and stuff like that and like scheduling. Like, what best suits me is literally this time, like recording it at this time, because I feel like it's so quiet and I really get to, get involved with my thoughts and my feelings and I'm able to express them. But here we are. Look, this is the world is your oyster. I'm your oyster. Um, just let me know. Um, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm so glad that you've made it all the way to literally the end. I love you so much. Hugs and kisses. Virtual kisses, duh. We got a social distance. I don't want to get the clap. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. And I'll see you next time. Bye.